Some days on site just feel tougher when your gear is scattered or hard to reach, and a good tool bag can really make the whole day run smoother. That's why this video looks at the best tool bags for carpenters and what sets each one apart. I'm going through picks in different price ranges, and each one leans toward a certain type of use. One might fit heavier day-to-day work, another might work better for quicker setups. So it helps to watch the full video and see which one lines up with what you need. All the links are down in the description. And if this kind of content helps, feel free to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Let's roll right into the first pick. Number 5, Work Pro 18-inch tool bag. Number 5 brings a budget pick that still feels ready for real work days. What stood out right away is the roomy layout. It measures about 18 inches long, a little over 12 inches tall, and 10 inches wide, so there's space for bigger gear along with hand tools. Wide mouth opening makes a big difference here, since the frame keeps the top open so you can reach in without wrestling with it. Inside, you get 8 pockets, and outside, there are 12 more. That gives plenty of room to sort gear, but it doesn't feel crammed or confusing. The main compartment is big enough for things like small power tools or bulkier items, and the pockets help keep the small stuff from getting buried. The fabric feels thick, with 840D and 600D cloth working together, and the stitching runs across the whole bag in a reinforced way. The bottom has a molded plastic base that keeps the bag standing and guards it from wet ground. That base seems to be one of the main things people point out, since it keeps gear dry and helps the bag stay steady. Carrying it is pretty simple, with padded handles and a shoulder strap that can stretch out to around 47 inches. The only light complaint I saw is that someone wished it had wheels, though that seems more like a personal preference. For a budget pick, it brings strong value and a good mix of room, protection, and comfort. Number 4, Arbonne 16-inch heavy-duty tool bag. Number 4 shifts to a mid-range pick that focuses a lot on structure and storage. This one comes in at around 16 inches long, 9 inches wide, and 11 inches tall, so it feels a bit more compact than the previous bag, but still roomy enough for everyday gear. The frame at the top keeps the opening wide, and the light interior makes it easier to spot what you need without digging around. You get a big jump in pocket count here, with 34 total spots to sort hand tools, bits, and smaller items. 15 are on the outside, and 19 sit inside, so there's plenty of freedom to set things up the way you like. There are even snap loops on the outside that can hold bigger pieces like measuring tapes or other bulky items. The build leans on a tough, waterproof polyester and reinforced sidewalls that hold their shape. The bottom is a hard molded base that keeps the bag standing and keeps moisture from getting inside. Reviewers talk a lot about the strength of the stitching and the feeling that it can handle real day-to-day work. The weight limit lands around 50 pounds, which is plenty for most setups. Carrying it is pretty easy with padded handles and a shoulder strap, though one person did say the strap can sit in the way of the opening. That's a smaller issue, but worth a quick mention. For a mid-range pick, it brings strong organization and a steady build that feels ready for busy days. Number 3, Custom Leathercraft 16-inch center tray tool bag. Number 3 brings something a little different, and the standout here is the center tray. The bag measures around 16 inches long, 9 inches wide, and 9 inches tall, so it feels pretty compact, but the layout is what gives it a unique twist. Right in the middle sits a plastic tray with 4 rows and 6 compartments in each row. That gives 24 spots for small parts, and the dividers can come out if you want wider spaces. The tray sits under an open-top design, so you can look straight into the bag without fighting zippers. Around that center space, you get 8 pockets inside and 8 outside, along with loops for bigger tools, a tape clip, and a small strap for a roll of electrical tape. It leans more towards sorting a mix of tiny pieces and mid-sized tools instead of hauling a heavy load, since the weight limit is only around 1 pound. That lighter limit makes it better for jobs that don't involve tons of steel tools. The build uses a tough polyester with metal bars and plastic inserts to hold the shape. The bottom has a reinforced flap that folds down for extra support. Most folks really like the layout, though a few did mention that the tray lid doesn't seal tight, so tiny parts can slide around. Some loops fit screwdrivers a bit awkwardly too. For a lower mid-range pick, it brings strong organization and a layout that helps keep small parts under control. Number 2. Carhartt On-Site Tool Bag. Coming in at number 2, this pick leans more toward a tough, upper mid-range option with strong structure and a clean layout. It measures about 14 inches long, 10.5 inches tall, and 9 inches wide, so it's a bit shorter than some of the earlier bags, but still shaped in a way that makes it easy to stack gear inside. The metal frame keeps the top standing open, which makes grabbing tools quick and frustration-free. There are 26 pockets total, with 16 on the outside and 10 inside. The mix works well if you like to keep the smaller things outside for fast access and the mid-sized tools inside. You also get loops, varied pocket sizes, and a tough outer webbing that holds everything in place. The weight limit lands around 8 pounds, so it fits a lighter setup better than a fully packed load of steel tools. The fabric uses a thick 1200D polyester with a water-repellent coating, and the base has an abrasion-resistant layer that helps if you set it down on rough ground. The bag weighs a little over 2 pounds, so it's light enough to carry by hand. The handles have a comfortable grip, though some folks mentioned they wish this size came with rings for a shoulder strap. Most feedback talks about the strong build, great layout, and how well it holds up over time. For an upper mid-range choice, it brings dependable construction with a simple, organized layout that suits busy days. Number 1. Custom Leathercraft 1579 20-inch Toolbox. At the top spot, this pick brings a much larger layout with a 20-inch length, an 11-inch width, and an 11-inch height. The size alone makes it stand out, but the open-top design is what really gives it an edge, since you can look straight into the main compartment without moving anything out of the way. Inside, there are 15 pockets, and outside, there are 12 more, plus 6 web sleeves for those tools that need a quick grab location. The main compartment is big enough for bulkier gear, and there's a removable divider that slides into place if you want to split the space into sections. The bag can handle up to 90 pounds, which puts it far above the earlier picks in terms of load. With a weight of around 5 pounds on its own, it feels like the kind of bag meant for folks carrying a full setup of tools. The build uses a tough canvas with plastic reinforcements, and the bottom has rubber feet that help keep it steady. It isn't water resistant, so it's something to keep in mind if you work in wet areas. A few people mentioned the bottom can feel a bit soft with really heavy loads, and some even add a thin board for extra strength. Carrying options include a metal handle with a foam grip and a padded shoulder strap. For a premium pick, it brings a wide, open layout, strong organization, and enough space to pack gear for bigger jobs. Some tools need more space, some need better sorting, and picking the right setup can make the day run a lot smoother. If anything here caught your interest, the links are waiting in the description. And if this video helped you out, feel free to hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss new uploads. Drop any questions in the comments, and check out the other videos on the channel too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.